Today I've got my, kind of a little bit of an affectionate thing here. This is my 1972 Honda Trail 70 that I restored about 10 years ago. And I decided the other day, I usually keep it in my office, kind of as something to remind me of my past.
This video is sponsored by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Video Series.
I had one of these in 1969. It was my first motorcycle. And, I loved it, of course, memories, first bike type of thing. So about 10 years, maybe even 11 years ago, I was trying to find one to restore. And I couldn't find a 1969, but I did find this 1972. Very similar. There's a couple of differences. The speedometer's different, the headlight's different, but other than that, it's essentially the same bike. It has the 3-speed automatic. And the other day, I've been keeping it in my office, kind of as a decoration more than anything. And I haven't ridden the bike. I haven't started it in probably 3 or 4 years. So I thought I'd go ahead and change the oil, because the same oil's been in there. I only have 59 miles on the bike. I just ride it around the neighborhood every now and then, but I haven't ridden it in several years. So I thought, kind of got in the mood to take it out, change the oil, maybe put some fresh fuel in later and see if I can get this to start. I took this actually out of the office a few days ago and washed it out here in the driveway, rinsed it off. It's kind of dusty. It doesn't get real dirty, obviously, because it's kept indoors. I'm going to change the oil today, and then later on we'll see if we can get it to start. I have no idea if it'll fire up or not. I did have the engine rebuilt when I restored it. The guy did a great job. Has a new carburetor, and the last time I rode it, at the end, I drained all the fuel and tried to drain all the fuel out of the carburetor, so hopefully there's no old fuel in this. I did buy a new can of True Fuel, which is ethanol free, and I'll put some of that in and see if we can get it to fire up later. Let's get the oil changed. If you look on the side of the engine, it tells you it needs 0.8 liters, and it says to use 30 weight, but good luck finding that. The guy that rebuilt the engine said I can use 1040 non-synthetic, but I was able to find a quart of Quaker steak. Now, he said to use a quart. This implies that it's 0.8 liters. So I'm going to start with the 0.8, and then we'll measure it, and we'll look at the dipstick. This is the little dipstick here, which is where you put the oil in. And we'll check it. You can see how clean the oil is. I've barely ridden this bike, but I'm just afraid that the oil may have deteriorated over the last few years. I'm going to get a rag, a clean rag, and I'm going to clean real good around that opening. I don't want to get any contamination in the oil. The drain plug is underneath here, and believe it or not, it's a 17 millimeter. Let's see if I can get up under there and show you. Not sure if you can see that. It is a 17 millimeter drain plug. There is no oil filter, so we'll just see if I can get that drain plug off and let it drain. Boy, it looks pretty low on oil to me. Of course, I'm going to tip the bike up, see if that helps drain some out, because it is sitting at an angle. That might help a little. Okay, I think I got most, if not all, the oil out of there. Cleaned off the drain plug really well. And we'll Doesn't have to be too tight. I made sure to really clean this funnel really well. There's no contamination, no old oil, no dust, no nothing in this. It's spotlessly clean. And because you don't want to introduce any contamination into the engine. And I'm going to kind of eyeball this oil, and then I'll check it with the dipstick. Checking on the edge of the bottle here, see how much I've put in. I'm going to try to leave about 100. I guess those are milliliters. Yeah, I'm going to try to leave about 100 milliliters in the bottle. And let's see how that looks. I'm going to put the dipstick back in, which also is the oil cap. I'm going to set this. This is a clean towel, clean rag, so I'll just set it on there for now. I'm going to put this back in. Now I probably should start it and let it warm up and then check it, but I don't even know if I can get it started yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it a few times just to get the oil to circulate through a little bit. Okay, let's see what we got here. I might need to add a little more. I'd rather have to add than take away. Certainly looks full to me. Of course, yeah, I think that's just right. I don't think it's going to need any more oil. Okay, I'm using this True Fuel ethanol free. I think it's about a 93 octane. Let me grab my rag just in case I get some drippage. I'm not going to put all of it in. I just want to put enough in to see if I can get it to start and run. That True Fuel is expensive. It's about $6-7 a can, but I don't ride this that often, and it's good for small engines. It's better than ethanol. Ethanol is a nightmare. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to start. Might take a few kicks. It hadn't been started in at least 3, maybe 4 years. I don't even know which way to turn the fuel petcock, and I never can remember which way to set the choke. Can you believe that? Third kick. Got to remember, this thing is over 50 years old. Time to go for a little spin, just to see. The brakes aren't that great on this. So thank you for indulging me on this little walk down memory lane. It's time to put this bike back up. I might drive it again just to put some more time on it, just to keep the engine running. It's good for it to run every now and then. Actually sounds pretty good. Transmission shifts good. You know, it's, let's see, 72, 53 years old. Every time I make one of these videos, somebody always asks me, do I want to sell it? And I've got so much time and energy and effort into this, there's no way I could ever get my money out. Everything's got a price, I suppose. Some of you know I sold my CL360 that I restored a few years ago to a guy in Florida, really nice guy, and it was a good home. It was actually going to be on display in a restaurant that he was building, but the storage unit he was keeping it in caught fire and it burned and completely destroyed all his motor homes. It destroyed the CL360. And I was just heartbroken because I'd put a lot into that bike as well, probably a lot more than I did this bike. I don't know. Everything's for sale at some point, I guess. It'd have to be a lot, though. It'd have to be more than what it's worth, sadly. But to some person, to the right person, maybe it would be worth it. I don't know. But it is a definite keepsake. So for now, I'm just going to keep it in my office on display. I might keep it out here in the garage for a while and have to go through and get all the fuel out again, drain it all out. But I'm going to run it a couple more times just to get the engine, keep it running, and then put it back in the office. Thanks for joining me today on this behind the scenes video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. See you soon.